we will look at the background and history of Cordova. Cordova is an open source framework and was originally developed by Adobe as PhoneGap. Adobe then was acquired by Adobe. Adobe decided to continue use PhoneGap and donated the code base to Apache, a software foundation. Apache renamed original PhoneGap code base to Cordova, intended to separate it from originally Adobe license. There are many architectures like PhoneGap Monica, tailored Cocoon, built on Cordova. Some of the frameworks built on Cordova are Ionic, Ansinui, and Framework. To build code over apps conveniently, we can use IDEs like Visual Studio, App Builder, Intel XDK, IntelliJ IDEA. To do a rapid development, there is a common utility tool for Apache Cordova called Taco. To debug the apps, we can use a tool called gapdebug. Now, we have learned about background and history of Cordova. Next, we will learn about the key features of Cordova. You can create project in Cordova, which will automatically create Cordova compliance folder structure and copy sample code for you to get started. It allows you to package and publish an app. Cordova allows you to add or remove specific platform to your app. Cordova allows you to add or remove native plugin to extend functionality of your app. Through this feature, you can access and use native components like camera, accelerometer, compass, and many more. Build apps for different mobile platforms. Cordova also allows you to publish your app in desktop, but in this case you have to install native platforms SDKs. For example, if you need to publish an app for Android, you have to install Android SDK. You can also emulate projects in various devices or run projects with a local web server. Cordova also enables to clean up projects from build artifacts. Go to a plugin repository, hosts a huge number of open source plugins for various platforms. Cordova community support is quite active and growing. Let's look at the high-level architecture diagram of Cordova. The development starts with the creation of app in HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, which is then rendered in the web view layer of the native app in the specific device. The web view layer communicates with the plugin interface, which is written in JavaScript, and communicates with the plugin of the specific platform in iOS, Android, and Windows mobile platform. So in this video, we have learned about the key features of Cordova. In this video, we will look at some of the prerequisites needed to work in Cordova. HTML. HTML is a markup language which is used to create web pages and is rendered by the browser as a visible or audible page. HTML is the bedrock for the internet revolution, and the web has re-experienced it. Now, in the latest version of HTML, you can play audio or video natively, draw using Canvas, and store data in local, as well as session storage, access geolocation, API, CSS, or cascading style sheet is used to define styles. CSS can be defined on various types of selectors like tag, attribute, class, or pseudoclasses. Using CSS, you can also embed forms and HTML pages so that the phone can render even if it is not there in the user machine. Using CSS, you can define opacity to elements as well as define colors in a GBA, HSL and HSLA color format. Define gradient fields as well as multiple background for one element. Place content as a box model and create responsive design through media queries for mobile devices, and make content in 2D or 3D. JavaScript. Using JavaScript, you can add interactivity to your application. Latest JavaScript release is 1.8.5. JavaScript is based on CMA script. Though JavaScript is client-side scripting language, but it can also be used on server-side in conjunction with runtime environments like Node.js. JavaScript is a prototype based and support dynamic typing, which means you can change variable data on the go. jQuery. jQuery is an open-source lightweight framework, a library created in JavaScript. jQuery is CSS3 compliant. jQuery is cross-browser compliant and supports all the browsers very well. Using jQuery, you can select DOM element drivers, elements undo, manipulation, handle events, and can manage to bypass default event, actions, artifacts, and animation to HTML elements. Extends existing jQuery functionality by creating custom component or plugins purge JSON data with ease. Handle AJAX calls and responses. AJAX. AJAX stands for asynchronous JavaScript in XML. Using AJAX, you can exchange data with the server asynchronously and can make multiple calls at the same time. Microsoft as XML. A CDP in the Outlook web app originally incubated this. As a matter of fact, AJAX is collaboration of various technologies like HTML or XHTML and CSS, JavaScript, XML SDP request, XML and XSLT. And the last is document object model. JSON is a short form for JavaScript object notation and is used to store data. Douglas Crockfold suggested this. The data in JSON is stored as attribute file pair. This is an alternate to XML and faster than later. JSON supports following basic data types: number, strings, Boolean array, object in. Now, so in this video, we have learned some of the prerequisites needed to work with Cordova. In this video, we will learn about Cordova native API support for various platforms. Cordova supports development for various platforms like Apple iOS, Google Android, Windows Phone 8, Tizen, Amazon Fire OS, Firefox OS Ubuntu, and BlackBerry. Let us look at the Cordova native's API support for various platforms. Zoometer API is available in Cordova and supports all major mobile platforms. Camera API is not supported in BlackBerry OS. Compass is not available for iPhone 3G, but is available for the rest of the mobile platform, including iPhone 3GS and newer version. Contacts and File API is available for older platforms. Geolocation is supported in most of the platform except Firefox OS. Media API support is not available in BlackBerry and Firefox OS. Network, all kinds of notification and storage is supported in all major platforms. So in this video we have learned about called native API support for various platforms. In this video, we will learn how to configure Node.js on Mac. The command line interface for Cordova is written in JavaScript with Node.js package manager. To use the command line interface, we have to use Node.js package manager or npm and have to install Node.js in your machine. Let us install Node.js in Mac. We will need the Node.js installation setup file. You can download the setup file from www.nodejs.is. I have already downloaded the version in my machine. I have kept it in my desktop. Double-click the certified to start the installation. Mac will prompt installation wizard to install Node.js. Click on Continue to start the installation. Accept the license agreement by clicking Continue. This will prompt a confirmation dialog. Once click Agree and click on Continue. Click Install. System may ask for your machine password to install Node.js. Let's enter the password and click on Install Software button. Now the installation will start, and the progress of the installation will be shown. OK, now installation is successfully completed. And let's click on Close. Let us confirm Node.js installation. Let us open the terminal window by opening Spotlight Search and typing terminal. This will open your terminal panel. Let us check the version of Node.js. Let's type the following command: npm --version. And let's press enter. This will show you the version of Node.js installed, and as you can see, it is 2.14.7. So in this video, we have learned how to configure Node.js in Mac. In this video, we will learn how to configure Android SDK on Mac. Before installing Android Development Kit, please make sure that you have the latest Java Development Kit installing a machine. You can get the version of Android Development Kit from //developer Android.com SDK. I have already downloaded the latest version on my desktop. Now, let us double-click on the setup file. Drag the Android Studio icon to the application icon. And let's wait for the files to be copied to the application folder. Now let's double-click the application icon and double-click the Android Studio icon to start the installation. The system security data box may ask for the confirmation. In this case, it has asked for the confirmation. Let's click Open. In the screen, you can import setting from a previous version of the Studio. Since we are installing it for the first time, we will keep it as is. Let's click OK. Now let us click on Next button. Next. Now let us click on Finish to finish the installation process. The installer is asking for system administrator password. Let's enter the system password. And let's click on OK. Now let's click Finish to complete the installation. So now Android SDK is installed in your machine. In this video, we have learned how to configure Android SDK and Mac machine. In this video, we will learn how to install Cordova on Mac. Cordova can be installed via command line using terminal. So we need to open the terminal. Let us type the 0 space nbn space install space -g space Cordova. Let me explain the command. The sur command is required for gaining root access to install Cordova. Next we have npm, which is Nudge package manager command, required to install any Node module. Next is -g, which is a global identifier and will install the Cordova for all the users on the current machine. If you wish to install only for current user, you can omit this identifier. Last part of the command is Cordova, which is a package we need to install. Now, let's press enter. Now let's enter the system password. Now you can notice that the package is getting installed. Let's wait for the installation to complete. So the package is now successfully installed. To verify the version of installed Cordova, let's type the following command. Let's type sudo space Cordova space -version and let's press enter. So as you can see, the version 5.4.1 is successfully installed in your machine. You also have to set up Apache and in your machine to successfully package up through PhoneGap. Before that, please install the latest Java development kit in your machine. Download the latest in package from an Apache. Work for Mac. We have already downloaded the package and kept it in our downloads folder. Now, first let us get into our downloads folder. Let's type cd space tilt downloads and let's press enter. Let us extract the N package. Let's type tar space -xvz f space apache and -1.9.6. This is the version number of the downloaded N package. -gz. Now let us press enter. So your package is extracted. Now let's make sure that user local directory exists in your system. Let's type sudo macdar space -p space sr local. Let's press enter. Now let's copy the extracted N folder. Into user local folder, let's type sudo space cp space -rf space apache and 1.9.6 space USR local. Apache -and. So this command will copy Apache -and 1.9.6, which you have extracted from the zip file into Apache-n folder. Let's press enter. Now let's add the new version of n to the current terminal station. So let's type export space in all caps VADH equal to /SR /local /Apache bin colon in double quotes LR in all caps passcode close. Let's press enter. Now let's add the version of n to future terminal sessions. Let's type equal space single quote export. In all caps, but equal to SR/local /Apache -int /bin colon in double quotes dollar in all caps parts double quote close single quote close to created the symbol space tilt profile. Let's press enter. Now let us verify the new version of end. Let's type and space -version and let's press enter. So as you can see, we have the version 1.9.6 installed. In this video, we will learn how to set up IntelliJ for coder development on Mac. One of the most commonly used IDE in mobile development is IntelliJ's IDEA. IntelliJ provides intelligence for easy coding. IntelliJ IDEA provides support for Android lint checks. You can use IntelliJ to develop code over apps efficiently. This performs many key commands using interior graphical interface. IntelliJ IDEA provides support for runner and debugger for emulators and real devices. Integer IDEA provides logcat interaction with search and custom filters. You can download a copy of the installer from www.jetbrains.com. I have already downloaded the software and placed it on the desktop. Before you install the IntelliJ, make sure the Android SDK is already installed. Doing so will configure the IntelliJ IDEA automatically. Otherwise, you can always configure the settings later. Let's double-click the application. Drag the app icon to Application folder. Open Application folder. Open IntelliJ 15. The system will show security dialog box. Click Open. So IntelliJ IDEA is installed. To configure Cordova plugin for IntelliJ, please make sure Cordova and Node.js are installed. Now click on Configure and select Preferences. Select Plugins. Click Install JetBrains plugin. Now let's search for Cordova. So as you can see, there is a PhoneGap Cordova plugin. Click Install. Now let's click Restore IntelliJ IDEA. to implement the configuration. So the plugin is successfully installed. In this video, we have learned how to set up IntelliJ for Code Word development on Mac.